Welcome! My name is Sven Davison. Today I have Kemper Donovan. This is a continuation of his Spotlight series, so on to Kemper.
For me, writing in the morning works really well because I just feel fresh and there's nothing cluttering my brain. By nighttime, I can barely read, let alone write. So I try to wake up as early as I can. When I had the day job, I had to wake up really early, so I would, I'd wake up around 5 and try to get in as many hours as I could, and I still do that. I do that now actually because I have a baby, and
that means you don't sleep.
Yeah, well, I'm lucky that the baby actually, she's a pretty good sleeper, so she pretty routinely now sleeps until 8. So I try to wake up at 5 and write for a couple of hours before she wakes up, and then also write during her first nap.
Okay.
And it's
how long is the nap?
It's the nap is it could be anywhere from 45 minutes to 2 hours. So, okay. And then we have a sitter that comes in often in the afternoon. So I'll try to get some more work done in the afternoons, even though by the afternoon I'm kind of tired and I at least need an espresso or something like that. So it's a little bit more scattered having a baby, but you gotta make it work.
And are you reading while you write? Are you are you been socialized too besides 4-year-old?
Yeah. I definitely try to. I think it's when I first started working in the film industry, there's kind of the phenomenon of, okay, well, I love films and I love TV, so I'm going to try to work in that industry, and then you do, and it becomes part of your job, so it almost in a way impedes on your enjoyment of film, of what had been purely a pastime now is work. And I had to make the decision for film and TV to not let that happen, and I kind of had to do the same thing once I actually published a novel, to then not read novels just in a different way, like not purely as a reader, because I so love reading. Honestly, I still feel like I'm a reader before I'm a writer. I'm not even exactly sure what I mean by that, just that like my first love is reading, really is, and it's important to me to continue reading a lot and to be able to enjoy books in the way that I always have, and to not let the work-a-day aspect of my writing impede that enjoyment. So I still do a ton of reading, and I think reading, the more reading you do, the better writer you become.
Yeah.
And even sometimes down to things like, this book was written in the third person, and the book that I'm writing is written in first person, and which I find so much more challenging. So I have been trying to read some, classic sort of first person narratives, or not even classic, but like, picking up first person just to kind of steep myself in that, and I think that helps a little bit then when I turn to my book. So, hopefully the two things are enhancing each other.
And how many drafts have you got on the new one?
I'm still in the middle of it, so I'm, I don't yet have a first draft.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just have, what, 79 more to go? Based on this
Exactly. Exactly. God only knows. That's the other thing it's working on a second novel is both harder and easier than working on the first novel, I think, because when you're working on the first one, you don't necessarily have the confidence that you're ever going to finish, that you're ever going to do it, or anything's going to come of it, but you also don't know anything, so there's this magic in the unknown factor that at least helped propel me through the process, through that grueling process, and now that's gone. The sort of magical unknown factor is gone. I know exactly how much work it is, but I also have seen the other side at least, so I'm hoping that I can cross over and get to the other side again on the second book. But it is a really different process writing a second novel from a first.
And do you outline, or do you do character studies, or do you kind of at least know who's going to be in the story? Or
yeah, I outline. I actually just heard this from another author who put it really well, so I'm going to steal from her analogy.
Plagiarism.
Yeah, exactly. Where she said, it's sort of like where you're going. Like, she outlines to the point where I know where I'm going. I know where I have to end up, but I don't know how I'm going to get there. So it's like you're jumping, and I'm jumping from point A to point B, but while I'm up in the air before I actually land there, like, who knows what's going to happen? Because if you don't, for me, I need to not know everything, or else the process of writing is going to be boring. Like, if I outlined everything to death, I would be like, okay, I'm done. Like there's the story. It's in a really boring outline format, but it's there. Like what? And now I just have to fill it out. I don't want to feel like I'm coloring it in. You know, I want to actually feel like I'm creating a significant part of the story as I'm writing. But I do have an outline, because this book had no outline and just kind of eventually became what it was. And I had no idea what I was doing, and it was very inefficient, and it took years longer than I'm hoping this one will take. So I think the outline helps with that. Available via HarperCollins and wherever you can buy books. Also available as an audiobook and in ebook format.
Please subscribe so my dad can make more videos like this. Thank you.